medium red. See if we can get her going, boys. A little sneak preview, guys. We're going to show you a little bit of riding right here. There's lots of riding footage in the video, and you get to see everything we did to get it running. So get up in there, share to your friends, and comment, because I'm going to be responding to them for the first couple hours. Appreciate y'all. They don't have the control or the technique or it's the skills to really just farm on a three-wheeler. The farmers didn't get them banned. It was all you guys out there hot dogging. You use hot dogging. And these are workmen who use hot dogging, and these are for working on. So shame on you. Wheelie, I'm trying to go easy. And I gotta hear my spotter. It's heavy equipment. I'm listening. There's a lot of listening and a lot of up and driving. Oh, what's up, guys? 200 ES time. See if we can get this thing running worth a darn. I gotta clean up around here a little bit. Probably clean the tank, make sure it's not leaking anywhere. Adjust the valves, clean the carburetor, put a battery in it. Might have to plug some tires. I'm not sure. I've got the, it's a mess in here, boys. I've got the fenders right there, the seat, the trunk, all that, so we'll get into it. We'll just start with this real easy stuff. Get the seat out of the way. I'm gonna have to cover that bad boy. Tank's not bolted on, that's nice. We got a fuel line. Spideys, we do have a fuel line on there. So I'm gonna pull that, and then I'm gonna get this carburetor off. There's no air box on it. We're almost up in there. It started the other day, so no need to. I put a little gas in the carb and it fired and died, so we should be able to get it running seemingly. So the tank is just a little bit crusty. We're definitely gonna have to clean that out. Sorry, I can't get you all a better video. There you go. We're gonna have to clean that out for sure. So I may start putting something in it here in just a second. Right after I pull off this carburetor. Airbox ain't in there, so that makes it easier. Turn that choke off. Bust that one loose. Oh, don't lose it. Actually, the first thing I ever cleaned a carburetor on, I believe, was either a 200 ES or a 185S. I bought them both at the same time from a guy with another big red that ran. And he actually, while I was there, he told me it ran, but it wouldn't. I'm like, well, so it doesn't run? Well, I just got to clean the carburetor. This old boy proceeded to pull the carburetor off in less than 5 minutes, clean it, and then get it to run. And in the process, I learned how easy it was to clean carburetors and tune up old three-wheelers. So that's what we're doing. As you've seen right there, I mean, it took me a couple minutes to get the tank off. The fenders were already off, but they never would have had to come off. Literally, it would have just took the seat off, took the tank off, pulled the carburetor off. So now we're there, we'll clean it, we'll check the spark plug. We'll get a battery for it. I'm sure this one's cooked. And we'll go from there. Let's see, got any neutral light? No, there's no juice to that one. Looking at this carb, something makes me think it's new. I gotta open it up and see. If he ever had fuel in it once, then it could still be potentially dirty. Also, this O-ring was pinched. So I'm gonna open it up, but I bet you it's new by the looks of it. Well, that's why we look. It's not new, and it does have gelled fuel in it. So we're gonna clean it real quick and get her put back on. Chuck. A couple little jets here. Float and needle. These two jets. I'll pull this air fuel jet out. I'll put it in first just to make sure I know where we're at. And one of my screws went into the barrel of the carb a second ago. Oh, right there. All right, I'll be right back with you guys. Let me get a couple rags. Carb had a little bit of gunk in the bottom of it. Part of the idle jet is clogged, and a couple of the little holes on the side of the main are clogged. Got all the pieces out here. I'm gonna clean the body out. Ooh, come on, wasp. I like to put these in a cap like that so I can stand them up. I put about a 1/4 inch of old carb cleaner in there. I clean these out, and then I soak all these pieces in there that I want to get a little extra work. And I give it a little while. Then I come out, brush out the bowl, clean it, re-clean the jets, make sure this bad boy's all cleaned out, and we're done. So if the float was all crusty, I'd set it in there too, but I just put enough fluid in there to cover the jets. Then I clean out the bowl, put a little bit of fluid in there, clean out the jets, and then I just soak them for a little while. If this was filthy, I'd put it in there as well. Same with this pin, but not usually this needle, especially if it has a rubber tip on it. I'll just clean this up by hand, and mainly took it out so I can clean out the passageways between them. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes, come out here. I've got this soaking. I just blew it all out. I use compressed air, but always finish with that and then let it sit. So maybe given a little time. Sometimes you'll come out here and there'll be some freaking sludge laying underneath it. But if you blow it out with the compressor, it's not gonna get any cleaner while it's sitting here. So I try and leave it wet, leave a little carb spray in there inside all the passages. I just put a little fuel in this. A lot of dust in there. You can do this however you want. I've seen people put rocks in these things, or gravel, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. I get something that's clean and metal that I can get out with a magnet easily. Put it in there. We got a little fuel in there. You see the dust rustling up already? See if you can see it. Got some fender washers here. Throw them suckers in there. Close it up and get to shaking, boys. That's pretty much it. Make sure on a jet, when it's going back together, the ends of your screwdriver are nice and clean, or you're just reclogging it. You're just mashing stuff back in it. Going back together, going on to the three-wheeler. We got the carb back on here. It's all cleaned up. Plug was a little loose. Let's see what we got here. DPR-ADA. Let's go see if we have one. Alright, I had me a new iridium plug. Got it put in there. I'm gonna pull this battery out so we can get one. We go to the stove. Make sure we get the right size. Almost time to see if she'll run. Alright, here's hoping the battery's hot enough already. Put it in. Neutral light, good sign. We'll try no choke. Well, we don't have the air box on. We'll try it with the choke. There you go. Choke off. He's a runner. I've got a headlight. Just need to put a bolt in there before I lose that little retainer. Oh, key didn't. There we go. Alright, so far I got a battery in there. Clean the carburetor. I've got some stuff in the tank to clean it out. I had to put the air box on and stuff. Choke off. Let's see if she's gonna crank. Not bad. Fire right up. I can kind of smell her a little bit there. It's gonna need the air box put on for sure. Clean the carburetor. Let's get this air intake and stuff on here. I got stuff to cover the seat. We'll finish it all up and go give her a shot. Get up in there, boys. I'm gonna take cut this off. I'm gonna go ahead and do it outside. It's messy. Once you got all that cut off, this quilt batting is gonna lay over it and staple down to smooth out all these imperfections. But before I do that, I'm gonna cut the piece of marine vinyl that I'm gonna use and throw it in the dryer so it can become really soft and stretchy. So I've got all the gaps filled in. I just staple it down a little bit. It's gonna get stapled twice as much once I put the cover on. There you go. Not perfect, but really improves the look of the ATV. And it cost me like $6. So we got the engine running. I made a seat cover for it. I need to get the fenders on and figure out this airbox situation. So let's get up in there real quick. We have got to figure out an air intake for it and box because it doesn't have one. And it's not going to run worth of shit like that. With this 200X box, I could probably modify, but I'll save it. There's one in there. So I got the fenders, I got the trunk on over there. Need to figure out an air intake. So, I don't have the air box for it. I found these snorkels up here in this breeze box. I think they're for the belt cover. I was looking for maybe the actual boot for a breeze. See, because the other one fit on the card pretty good. This one does too. I can definitely clamp that on. I just need to figure out how I can route it up a little higher. We'll see what I can come up with. Ha! If I really want to mess this thing up, I got a good idea. I've got the air boot on there. It just cut a hole in the trunk. Mount me an air filter in there, made an air box. What do you think? Would that be too big of a travesty? We'll see how close it even gets once I pull this off and try and put the the whole trunk in there. Let's see what all comes out of this bad boy. Oh, don't drop it. Let's see what comes out of this bad boy. Oh, tasty. Freaking tasty. They quit making those. Probably because of that. I'm gonna get both hands on this. This is something you can really rush. I'm probably gonna have to do this for a while before she can be done. Got the fenders on, the seat on. This tank's gonna be a while before I get it clean. I think there's still a little gas in the carb there. I just pulled the bottle off of it I was draining it with, but she runs and rides now. Need to get this nice and clean. New filter and lines, slime the tires, put a ball hitch on it. I got a little work for it to do around here. Get up in there. Put it to a little bit of work around here, see what this low gear is all about and what kind of, what kind of work it could do. Let's see what kind of work it could do there. I'll tell you this. I'll give it to whoever was riding it before. They sent the absolute piss out of this thing. There ain't a side of the wheel. There ain't one rear wheel that ain't got a nice little memento on it from who knows how long ago. To help clean this tank out, get this tool on Amazon. You can put brake clean in it or degreaser or whatever. I'll put gasoline in it. Make a nice flamethrower. And you hook it to your air compressor, and I'll open this lid, and I'm not getting any action from the petcock. So I'm gonna take this off, blow it through here, clean that thing out, and then I can use it with compressed air to kind of rinse the whole tank out. I'll show you what I mean. Super dirty. Does that look as rusty as it did earlier? No. A lot better. You could also put brake clean in that thing or whatever. Not only will gravel bust apart in there, but then you gotta shake it out all funny instead of reaching in here. Look at all that just come off of there with that magnet. Rust, iron, earth. I'm gonna get a rag and I'll run a magnet all around the bottom like that to get anything loose out, and I'll show you It's hard to see in there right now, but it is so much cleaner. There's my deals over there. This method, I can just run my mains down in there and pull out my washer, those bolts, everything else. Look at all this shit that came onto the magnet too. So I'll run it around in there quite a bit to try and pick up any loose rust. If you want to see something kind of amazing, it's hard to see in there how much cleaner it is, okay? After we rinsed it with that thing twice, shook it all up, dumped it out, after all this crap that's come off on the magnet, clean magnet, front corner of the tank that long, okay, not as bad as it was. Let's see here. Okay, there you go. So this is why I say you don't want to rush cleaning the tank. I'm gonna have to rinse this thing a few more times, but as you can see, even though it ain't coming out with the rinse, a magnet will pull it out. She got a long ways to go. This is why you don't want to rush it. Down one side, all that old rusty metal that'll end up in your filter, jets, carb, etc. This thing's clearly got a lot more work to do. So I wonder how many of these I can pull out. I got some gasoline in here. This thing needs a lot more rinsing out, as you can see by the magnet. All right, did another rinse. Let's see if that just loosened up a bunch more crap, or if it actually looks pretty good in there, guys, compared to before. There's definitely still some spots, see some rust on them. As you can see, we're not picking hardly anything up now. There's a little bit. I'm gonna stay at it until it passes this little magnet test. We even got headlight action. Got it clipped back in. Got to get an air box for it, or it ain't gonna run exactly right. Tried to make me a little bit of an intake. Made me an intake out of old Breeze air box. I mean Breeze freaking carb, a Yamaha Breeze, what do you call it? Belt snorkels. They seem to kind of be holding, but I always like to slime up 3-wheeler tires, especially when I see rims like this. That's good. It actually runs, boys. Yeah. Boom. Reverse work. Got back brakes. Have an extra ball hitch, so old grade 8 bolt, that ought to do her. We throw the rope over that. This seems like the easiest way for us. That's certified hitch, boys. Let this old thing eat. She just wants to work. So I was trying to read these warning labels, but I couldn't, and I got to move these chicken tractors, so I just bolted me on a hitch. That's a universal hitch. You can get them at any hardware store. And I don't know what that says. 700 pounds? What about dry drag? We're gonna try and dry drag 450 or 500. No trailer. Let's see. I was reading right here too, because if there was a warning that told me not to do this, then I just wouldn't do it. But unfortunately, haven't seen. Everybody thinks this is a toy, and it's not, okay? Sometimes real work's gotta be done, and that's what they were for. skills to really just farm on a 3-wheeler. The farmers didn't get them banned. It was all you guys out there hot dogging. You use hot dogging. And these are workmen who use hot dogging, and these are for working on. So shame on you. All right, I got an actual old 2-inch ball installed. Let's go hook it up to a trailer, load it full of bricks, and drag it through the creek and see how she does. Up some hills and stuff. It's got daggum Spideys on it, you guys. Look at big road wheels. Let's hook it up and drag it around. We'll take some of that out and put some real heavy stuff in there. I guess he wants to go with. We're hooked up. Let's put some bricks in here. Make it a little more legit. Look at that big red trailer, boys. Make it funner going up the hills. If Parker was here, I'd have him put every one of these bricks in here. I ain't gonna do that. But let's just get a little bit of a load for it here. Hopefully I don't regret it. Then we're gonna go get my 360 cam and put it on the grab bar, go up real high, chopper mode, see what happens. These suckers are flat as shit, but they work perfect. Good suspension on that trailer. Still find a gnarly place to bring it. I go faster, but I know I'll just slap my camera on the rock. You see them 2 little shelves I made? Look, I got the tires all the way to there with this load back here. So I'm gonna go down there, hopefully no issues, and then get a little bit of it trying to come up. Oh, this already that's cheating. That pisses me off. Do you see how much I hate that stuff up? Look at the ground. Earlier trying to do it, I had the 360 cam on the back. The traction issue. Alright, I'm gonna go back a little. It's not a power issue, guys. It's not a power issue, it's a traction issue. I think if we really... Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'll put my money where my mouth is. We need more hitch weight, fellas. This should improve my traction or my wheelies by just shifting the weight forward a little bit there, you know. The ducks are laughing at me. We need to do a clutch up. That was better, right? I got further for sure. Look, there's the other 2 holes. This a whole new hole.
What about just climbing up this?
Yeah, right. Fucking get Sim. It's like a rat trap. The trailer and 3-wheeler just smack. How much crack? Mostly. Mostly crack. that one more time?
Yeah.
Alright. I turned off my headlight for extra spark. I didn't realize my headlight was on. You need all the electrical you can get on these things. Dude, little tank, right? I had to go win-lose on that one. I don't know if y'all can tell by looking, that's pretty steep. And also the sideways. Back up a little bit. We'll have to commit. It's my camera I'm worried about, not my three-wheeler. That's the furthest one, man. Commit a little more, I guess. Okay. How about this time? Back her up a little. We go for second gear. A little more ability, you know what I'm saying? Second gear. I'm gonna have to pick a different line, boys. We're gonna pick a different line. We're gonna go over stuff this time. Okay, that didn't work. We'll just do that harder. Fuck, dude, we're almost there. Let me fix my camera for this next scene. Oh, I jackknifed her. Jackknifed her. Dadgummit. Always set your parking brake on that thing. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Lots more coming. I have like 6 videos I'm finishing in my desktop, so they should be posting soon. It's a good old 3-wheeler you guys share to your friends, and comment. I'll be responding to comments, so comment. Appreciate it.